Hey guys, it's Brad from B&T Catfishing. Today, going to talk about 5 things that you can do to be a better fisherman. Number 1, be teachable. That's right. Me and Miss Tammy have really done some in-depth research over the last couple of years and really paying attention, listening to other people, and applying what we're learning, and it's paying off. So it's very, very important to pay attention. Don't just think you know it all, and get out there and learn. You're gonna, we've changed things up from time to time over the months and years as we've been fishing, and we're doing things different than what we did when we started out, and we're being more successful because of that. Number 2, this is a big one. Don't be afraid to experiment. Just because you're told this works and that works, take it, test it, find out for sure. This is some things that I've been doing most recently with some of the equipment and so on that I've had, is experimenting, finding out what works, what doesn't work, and how I'm going to be more successful catching fish, whether I'm on the bank or in the boat. These things matter. So the tactics can be different as well. So you've really got to look at things, test them out, and make sure they work. Sometimes things will come straight from a factory, and it's set up and it's designed to do certain things. Well, if it's underwater, you can't see if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. If it's 40 foot deep and murky water, you're just not going to be able to tell. So test it in shallow water, clear water, test it in your tub, test it in the pool, or whatever, but experiment, find out what's working and what isn't working. Number 3, your equipment. Man, this is where people skimp when they first start fishing, is they don't spend enough money on their equipment. Now, can you catch fish, and even big fish, on cheap equipment? Yeah, it can be done, absolutely, but usually not, and not on a regular basis. You see a lot of professionals a lot of time using lesser rods or reels. I've seen guys use ultralights or fly rods to catch extremely large fish, and to show you that it can be done. Well, these are usually professionals out there doing it. They know how to play these fish on this very light line and light equipment, and to get this in. And sometimes it's a challenge for them. And let's be real, how many times have they had to retake those videos to actually land one of those fish? Probably more than once in some cases. So make sure you're spending a little money. Now, I'm not telling you to break the bank by any means, especially if you're just getting into the sport and you don't know if this is something that you want to go all in like most of us do. We can, you can spend tons and tons of dollars on boats, on rods and reels and hooks and sinkers, and you name it, and go on and on and on. You can spend all kinds of money, but you don't need to. Find somewhere maybe in a lower middle range there on equipment and getting started. Use proper amount of line, and that should help you be more successful. Number 4, be conservation minded. That's right. Don't keep every fish that you catch. There's no need in that. You're not probably going to eat everything that you catch, and so you'll be destroying fish, and that will obviously be wasteful, but it's going to limit what's out there and what can reproduce. Also, the extremely large fish, trophy fish, return those cats back into the water. Let somebody else catch those. It takes a long time for a fish to grow to trophy size. So get your smartphone out, take a picture, or use a regular camera. or have your friend there to confirm that you caught this size fish, and return those fish safely. Also, make sure you are leaving that bank or that river as good, or if not better, than when you got there, right? Pick up your trash, and it doesn't hurt to pick up an extra can or a piece of trash that somebody has left behind. Conservation is very important because, you know, it keeps our rivers as clean as we can do, and our lakes, our ponds, and so on. And it continues to make sure that there's fish in there to be caught, not just by us later on, but by others, our children, and generations to come. So conservation, being conservation minded, is very, very important to the future of the sport for everyone. Number 5, that's right, follow the rules. Follow all the state and federal rules that may be, applied to your state or your area. Make sure you follow your local ones, and a lot of fishing ponds and creeks and things like that are state regulated, and they sometimes impose, or private lakes, and they impose stricter restrictions than just your average restrictions. So the bass fishermen understand this. They see this a lot in what state regulations are versus a special lake, and the size fish that you can keep on that may be a total of 3 whole inches larger before you can keep that bass, for instance. The number of crappie or bluegill you may keep may be different versus what is normally allowed by the state. So make sure you're following all rules and regulations. You don't need that fine and to be caught. These rules and regulations are there for a reason. Again, it's for conservation purposes, to make sure those fish are there for all of us. Guys, I hope this helps you. Again, be teachable, experiment, maintain your equipment, be conservation minded, and follow the rules. Guys, thanks for joining you. I hope this helps you, and get out there, have fun, experiment, test those waters, let's say. Anyway, we'll see you later soon, back on the water.